Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. BrothersTrucks.com, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC truck restoration. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. NHOU Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system. And by Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now, classic car owners especially, you may have heard about rodents getting inside your vehicle, eating the wires. Matt, a lot of folks say the new vehicles may have bigger problems because of soy being used for the coating on the wires, but that doesn't really tell the whole story, does it?
Combining way more wires with engine covers and nice places for the rodents to hide creates perfect nesting opportunities.
I think the common wisdom is that the mice are looking for food, but that's also not the whole story.
Mice are constantly teething, so as their teeth are growing, they're looking for something to gnaw on to keep their teeth short and sharp. Just so happens, hiding under these engine covers, wiring seems to be one of the most prevalent things for them to kind of bite on.
You have years of experience at car dealerships. So how many cars do you see coming in that have damage from mice and rats and that sort of thing?
So the damage associated with like a check engine light, you see probably 1 in every 10, 20 cars. But you see damage to engine covers and hood liners and some insulation here and there. And that's probably 1 in 5 from where I am up in New England. People don't always know that this is happening, so because it hasn't turned the check engine light on yet. But if they're there, they're multiplying, increasing your risk of kind of breaking down and having an expensive repair.
And over the years, people have been asking, how do I prevent this or how do I fix this?
This is the Mouseblocker Classic. This is about 10 years old now. It's designed back then to be very small, work very well off the battery itself. It's a very low power draw, so it can run for many, many months without draining the battery down. We found that it actually works better nowadays in motorcycles and tractors and smaller spaces. We even have some dealers that put them in pool pumps and central air conditioners. The reason it's kind of evolved into our more powerful models are as the cars are getting more complicated, and like I touched on, the engine covers and insulation and padding, we needed to increase the power to get some more penetration and circulation under and around these engine compartments and big motors. And we designed the Mouseblocker Pro. So this has 3 settings to it. The highest ones are eviction mode, which actually hits at 115 decibels. Jackhammer decibels, it's like 400 times more powerful than anything else you've really seen on the market.
To a mouse, that's a tremendous amount of force. And to the human ear, that's just a little chirping sound, and you're not going to hear it when it's under the hood when you're driving it.
Exactly. And with the unit, we actually added these lights here. These are actually dual strobing LEDs, and what they do is they create shadows in and around the area. So when the mice come in to this nice, warm, safe place that they know, well, now this warm place doesn't feel so safe anymore.
And that unit there clearly hooks onto the battery terminals there. Could that be in your daily driver or something?
Daily driver, yep, simple 2-wire hookup. Goes right to power and ground. And the really cool thing about this is when you start the car, this actually goes to sleep. And when you park the car and it knows that the car is not running anymore, this actually comes to life and starts protecting it. So there's nothing you have to do. This is kind of automatic.
And for the folks that may have a show car, something you don't want that under the hood all the time, you've got a unit here that plugs in, and if you have a trickle charger, you're unplugging that anyway. You can unplug this unit and hit the road.
Exactly. So this was designed for long-term storage scenarios. So something where the car is going to be sitting for more than 2 weeks is what we call a long-term storage. Something where the battery needs to be tended, something where you're driving it once a month, you're going to an event, or it's a project, you know, something that you're working on. That's where we have the plug-in version. Works just like this one, has all of the same features, including our proprietary eviction mode. Very, very powerful.
And speaking of powerful here, this clearly doesn't go under the hood. How does this unit work? This is brand new.
What we found is once we were driving the rodents out of the car, the garage now became like a vulnerable space. This is a sweet whisper quiet kind of setup, but it has 4 long-range speakers. So this is designed to protect up to 1,000 square feet. This will reflect across the floor and all around in the garage, making now that area uncomfortable.
The Mouseblocker is going to solve your mouse problems. It's also a great insurance policy from it starting in the first place. Check them out at mouseblocker.com, and I bet you one of these is a whole lot cheaper than getting one wire repaired at the dealership. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, so stay right here.